RCK Productions.
What is up? Need for Speed Racers. It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. $1 Billion Builds, episode 19. The 96 Mazda Miata. We've got it in all the classes for you, so no matter how you want to drive it, we've got you set up. I've got drift builds for both B and A class. Sly QT provided those for us. I've got a link in the video description down below. Check that out. It is the B class OG race in this car. It is omega fast, and definitely encourage you guys to check out some of Slide's lines. If you're a drift racer, while you're over there, subscribe to the channel and start getting some info on how to do that. He's the fastest in the game when it comes to drift, so check that out. Big shout out to my man Lexar. He is the one that does all of my thumbnails that you guys see on YouTube, so I want to say thank you to him. I don't give that guy enough credit. He really helps me out a ton. And then all the music that you guys hear in my videos is coming out of Unk RC. That guy's always cooking in the kitchen, putting out new beats for me to use in my videos, and he's got a SoundCloud as well, which is linked down below. So check out the video description, check out some of those links, go support Slide, go give Unk RC a listen to on the SoundCloud, and then put in the comments that you're loving Lexar's thumbnails. That'll just support everybody. We're out here, we're a group. It is not me, it is we, and so I am thankful to these guys. Okay, let's dig into it. We got B class in front of us. I have built this car 6 ways from Sunday. This is one of the first builds I ever put on my channel, and we've tweaked it from there, but this is actually B class in the first car, so kind of cool. That being said, 3 engines to pick from. The second engine over is by far and away the best. Both of these have more horsepower, but they are super slow to accelerate. The second engine is going to be the best overall for B class. So 151 brake horsepower, 2.4 liter inline 6 iron basic motor. That's the one you buy. For the parts, it's pretty straightforward. It is Iron Basic Induction and ECU, Sport Bronze Fuel System, Iron Basic Exhaust, Elite Platinum Roots Supercharger, and then Sport Bronze Nitrous. Elite Platinum Road Suspension, Stock Brakes, which is Silver Pro, Elite Platinum Gripium Tires, and then Iron Basic Clutch, 4-speed transmission. Make sure you put that in there. People always forget the transmission. Make sure you put the 4-speed. If you just see that it's bronze and you've got bronze, but yours is the bronze 5-speed and you're wondering why it doesn't fit, it's because you don't pay attention. Cool. Elite Platinum Diff, you need at least a Super Gold because we run it out to 70%, but whatever. Do you. Auxiliaries, yes. Handling 70% grip on this one. I'm about to show you the drift build, so sit tight, Buttercup. We'll get you going. Steering sensitivity, you do you. I run mine a little higher. Some people probably need to turn theirs down because I watch them wiggle, and they wiggle right off the track. So just, you know, not so sensitive to you guys. Downforce all the way high. That makes it fit into B class. It's the only spot that fits. Everything else is 160. Traction control off, drift entry, brake tap. All right, that's the B class Gripium build. Let me show you Slide's drift build for B class, and then, like I say, if you like that build and you're going to use it, click the link down below and check out his video on that and watch him run the OG. It's omega fast. For the B class drift build, Slide setup, pay attention. It's a lot different than the first one, so like just, you know, there's no copy pasta here. 1.8 liter inline 4, that's the first engine over, so we're swapping everything completely. Make sure you grab that Iron Basic motor. And then it is Iron Basic Induction, Sport Bronze ECU and Fuel System, Iron Basic Exhaust, and then Elite Platinum Single Turbo. He's chasing top speed so he can go fast on the OG, and that's what he runs. So good luck, boys. Sport Bronze Nitrous, Elite Platinum Road Suspension, Stock Brakes, Elite Platinum Drift Tires. You have to have that, otherwise it's not going to get into the class. Iron Basic Clutch, and then 4-speed transmission. The 5-speed takes us out of the class, so 4-speed there. And then Elite Platinum Diff, you have to have it, otherwise it doesn't fit in the class. Auxiliaries, yes. Handling, slide the slider all the way to the right, 80% drift. It is 75 or 80. Those are your only 2 spots. So Slide was running 80. You might try 75%. Depends on what you do. Downforce from the middle out. So you can be dead set middle or higher downforce, but you cannot go lower. So just be aware of that, you guys. Put the downforce anywhere you feel comfortable. Slide had his up, but you might run yours down. So just fiddle with that. You drifters are going to have a preference. I am not very good at it, so I don't know. Traction control off, drift entry, brake tap. This is slide setup for the OG. It'll do 161 allegedly. It redline tech's a little bit above that, but you got to really be hauling the mail to get there. 248 on the horsepower, 194 on the torque. Chasing that horsepower number is why the setup is the way it is, and it's fast. So this build is what he uses in the link down below. Click that and we'll get you going. Let me show you what we have for A-Class. A-Class is pretty fast for the Gripium. It's got a decent top speed. Let me show you what we've got. The engine that you're using is the second engine over once again. 2.4 liter inline 6, 151 brake horsepower. That's the Iron Basic engine. For the parts, it's Iron Basic induction, Silver Pro ECU, Iron Basic both fuel system and exhaust, and then Elite Platinum screw supercharger. You can do the roots if you want full grip, or you can go 75% grip and fit the screw. So I'm going to recommend the screw in this case. And then we run Sport Bronze Basic Ass Nitrous, Elite Platinum Road Suspension, Silver Pro Brakes, Elite Platinum Grip Tires, Stock Clutch, Iron Basic. Put the 6-speed transmission in it. The transmissions are kind of funky. So if you have the 4-speed, because it's got a better 0 to 60, it takes it out of the class. Same with the 5. But when you go to the 6-speed, it drops it back down into A-Class, and that's just how things work. The game is just flawless with how it's coded. Elite Platinum differential, you want it, that way you get the most of the slider. And then auxiliaries is yes, you do you. Handling, slide the slider all the way to the left, 75% grip if you run the screw, 80% grip if you run the roots. 75 in this case because we got the screw in it. Steering sensitivity, you do you. Downforce all the way high, that's where the car seems to do the best. There's a couple different spots you can put that slider at the high end, but all the way high is where I got it. Traction control off, drift entry, brake tap. Cool. That's the A-Class build. 172 for the top speed. Pretty quick overall, but it's a little underpowered. It's not like some of the cheese cars, so you got to work for it to get there. 274 on the horsepower, 266 on the torque. It's balanced, it's decent. Not a cheese car, but competitive car for sure. Let me show you slide setup for the A-Class. A-Class drift provided by Slide QT. It's fast. If you're a drifter, this car pretty much slays the A-Class. It's really, really, really good. Engine is the same that we were running before. It is the 2.4 liter inline 6, so same as the grip build, but we add more power because you have more slider. It's crazy. So Super Gold induction, Iron Basic ECU and fuel system, and then Silver Pro exhaust, Elite Platinum screw, as we do, Sport Bronze Nitrous, and then Elite Platinum road suspension, whatever the hell breaks, and then Elite Platinum drift tires. Iron Basic clutch, keep the 6-speed. You've got to have it. It's the only way that it fits in the class. And then Elite Platinum diff, so you can run the slider out for drift. Auxiliaries, yes. Handling, now here's the deal. You can be anywhere from 35% drift all the way out to 80% drift. So you can put that wherever you are comfortable. Slide runs it with 80%. He runs it all the way out. But you do have a lot of options there in the handling slider, so pick whatever is best for you. Maybe toy with that. Steering sensitivity, you do you. Downforce all the way high. That's where I've left it, so we can use the most of the drift slider. Cool. Traction control off, drift entry, brake tap. That gives you the Miata Driftium Edition. 173 for the top speed. It'll get there. Just make sure you're utilizing your boost. Watch the video. It'll be linked at the end. Click on that. It's good stuff. 278 for the horsepower, 270 on the torque. It's good at A-Class. It kind of starts to fall off as we tier up, but regardless, it's pretty solid. Let me show you what we've got for A+. A+ is middle of the road at best. It's definitely not like a lobby stomper, but if you really like the car, you can learn to drive it. It's not too bad. Engine is the same, 2.4 liter inline 6. That's the one we use. It's got the best overall stats when we build it up. Parts, Iron Basic induction, Elite Platinum ECU, Sport Bronze fuel system, Iron Basic exhaust, and then Elite Platinum Roots supercharger. The screw doesn't fit if you want 100% grip. You can go down to 70% grip with the screw, but it's not really worth the trade-off. So just run the Roots and you're happy there. And then Sport Bronze bottle of NOS, Elite Platinum road suspension, Silver Pro brakes, Elite Platinum grip tires, and then Iron Basic clutch, and the 6-speed transmission. Once again, the 6-speed is like that sweet spot because the other two transmissions take us out of the class. The 6-speed keeps it, and then the other ones take us out of the class. It's kind of bugged, whatever. We run it, we love it. Elite Platinum diff, you want it. And then auxiliaries, yes. Handling all the way, full Beyonce, to the left, 80% grip, steering sensitivity 2 clicks high, that's me, downforce all the way high to make everything fit. You can do a handful of clicks, so maybe just toy with that, see what you want to do. Traction control off, drift entry, brake tap. That's the A+. 189 for the top speed. It takes a while to get there, not gonna lie. Just kind of underpowered to get there. 374 for the horsepower, 348 for the torque. I do not have a drift build. Slide says it's really not that good for drift in the A+ class. If you want to do that, basically throw on the drift tires, slide the slider to the right, add a little more power, bougie, you're good to go. But at the end of the day, he didn't like it, I'm not building it. You get what you get, don't throw a fit. Alright, let me show you what we got for as a group. We tested the ever-loving crap out of this car when we ran it for power a couple weeks ago for Copium series. So this is like the hybrid version of everything we put into it. Check it out. It's really pretty sturdy, but it kind of hard to drive. It's not bad. It's got decent top speed, but it's just not good. It just wants to spin out and kill you. But it's cute. It's a cute little car. So that's nice. Engines, same engine we've been using, 2.4 liter inline 6. It builds out the highest, by far and away the best engine for this car for the most part. For the parts, it is iron basic induction and then elite platinum for the rest. So we do elite platinum ECU, fuel system, and exhaust, and then you're gonna run the roots. So elite platinum root supercharger. Same thing, sport bronze nitrous, elite platinum road suspension, whatever the hell breaks, elite platinum grip tires, no clutch, 7-speed transmission. When we were running Copium, we tried it with 6, we tried it with some other stuff. It's the same deal. Takes it out of the class. 7-speed keeps it in the class. 8-speed takes it out. So that's like the magic transmission for this setup. You get the most points to play with, and it gives you a good top speed. So make sure you run the Super Gold 7-speed. Elite Platinum diff, you definitely want it. And then auxiliaries, yes. Handling, full Beyonce, to the left, 80% grip. Steering sensitivity is the same for me. Downforce all the way high. That's where I've got it. You can do a couple of clicks, but this car's rowdy. It's really hard to drive. Like, you kind of micro drift, and then it just murders you. And it's just not fun. I don't like the car at S, but maybe you do. Traction control off, drift entry, brake tap. It'll do 210. It really will. It'll redline tech even a little bit above that. So it's pretty fast, but it's a little underpowered is what I would say. A power to weight is good, but there's other cars that do walk it, so keep it in mind. On power, the best we were doing was like 20s, I think, 120s on power. Mid to high 120s, so just keep that in mind, you guys. It's kind of middle of the road in the S class. 535 on the horsepower, 468 on the torque. Let's look at S plus. Oh, hello there. Yeah, S plus, nobody gives a shit. Okay, cool. Hey, do you guys like pogo sticks? So I got this badass hurt yourself, kill yourself pogo stick. It's called a Vertigo. It got a big ass air shock in here, and so right now there's no air in it, so the bumper right here is down, but it'll, you know, goes way out to probably about that far. This is all metal, big ass like metal foot pegs and stuff. You can kind of see those on the screen right there. They're lit as fuck. Let me show you the top of this here. So the way this works is you pump it up with air, like with a bicycle pump, and then the air shock works better than a spring because you can set the levels based on kind of how heavy you are. So like you can see the top there, that's where the little nipple, pogo stick nipple, lots of innuendos. We could do a lot with this. But anyway, you pump it full of air. If you guys have not seen these, look up Vertigo pogo stick. You can do like a 10-foot vertical on this motherfucker. I don't go quite that high because it's really scary, but I can do about 7 or 8 feet. Like, my feet are that high off the ground. Like, I can leap over a man, or lady, or a lot of little ladies or little men. Short kings, shout out to you guys. All that being said, it's really, really cool. I really like it. It's a hell of a workout. It's really good on the core. Basically allows me to be jumping on a trampoline without the trampoline. And that makes it really scary. Like, I put on a crash helmet with like my skateboard helmet with my gloves when I go out to do that, because it's one thing to be jumping on a trampoline and if you bail, you just land on the trampoline. Haha, funny. The pogo stick, if you bail, you're landing on the ground. from like 8 feet in the air. Imagine like jumping off a fucking roof, and then you're like, yeah, we'll figure this out. Oh, let me tell you, it's amazing that your boy's not broke, but it is a lot of fun. So if you guys have never checked those out, check out the Vertigo Pogo Stick. It's really cool. Shout out to them for making a really cool product. Last engine over, it's the Sport Bronze. It's here on screen. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. It's right here. It's got the best overall stats. Here they are. 610, 417. Pogo Stick, comments down below. Let's mess up the YouTube algorithm. It's hurting the channel, but I love it. So just, you know, yo, Alex, I loved seeing your large pogo stick. Or just any innuendo you want. Like, hey man, thank you for showing us that shiny nipple. Like, just run with it, boys and girls. This is what makes my channel special, because we do stupid shit like this and I live for it. Outside of that, shout out to Slide for the builds for the earlier classes where this car actually belongs. And shout out to you guys for sticking this far into the video to see my pogo stick. We'll see you guys next time. This has been $1 Billion Builds. I am Alex Cornnut, your wheelman. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.